Hey y'all, how are you? What's good? What's going on? I can't believe like Mercury in retrograde is happening again. Like, so much has been going on with the energies. This Mars and Gemini retrograde has been ridiculous. It's all the Mercury energy I personally need. So when we have like Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, a sign that is no joke, no play, heavy karma, heavy past life energy. We really have to take a stance and a pause. We have to take a stance for the pause because this is going to be big. This is going to be extremely big. This Mercury retrograde is going to be extremely big. So the Mercury retrograde is from December 29th to January 18th. So it's literally starting in a few days. And I just wanted to make a quick video to warn you guys, to help protect you guys, to put a little ping in your ear about what's going to be happening, okay? So from the 29th to the 18th of January. So this retrograde is literally going to take you through the new year and take you through those energies right after Christmas. I know Christmas is a time of being with a lot of family, a lot of people that you have certain ties with that kind of ignore your emotional needs. So the people that you know you need to respect and the people that you know you need to put differences aside to come together and celebrate life. You know, I feel like the holiday times is at times where you're just like, at the end of the day, we have life and let's just be thankful for that life. So for us to have Mercury retrograde during the holiday season is crazy. And I feel like a lot of things, a lot of relationships are going to come to an end. Why? Because Mercury retrograde has to do with relationships. Mercury is all about connection. Mercury is all about bringing things together, assessing things, spitting it back out. It's about travel. So I feel like people should really pay attention to where they're traveling to and ensure that this is a place you want to travel to during this period, because things are going to be hot. All right, like things are going to be really, really hot. So you got to know that, okay, I really do want to be there. Simple. Not saying to be scared of where you're traveling to or how you're going to get there, but just make sure that you want to be where you want to be, because the energies are going to be so strong, so sticky. Mercury in retrograde is a time where people like really get to know their feelings, when people really get to feel what's going on, where people are able to see what's going on. People are extremely sensitive and emotional during Mercury in retrograde, so beware. And then we have this Mars in retrograde, so super beware, okay? So the retrograde is going to be from 29 degrees it's going to be from 24 degrees Capricorn, and it's going to go back all the way to 8 degrees and 8 minutes of Capricorn. Do you know what this means? First of all, the number 8 symbolizes transformations. The number 8 symbolizes like births and new beginnings. So for this to be ending on January 18th, and it's going to be on an 8 degree, it's already going to hold the weight of Scorpion type energy, which is the weight of transformation. So I feel like for earth signs, this is really going to change your mindset ridiculously for earth signs, because I just feel like this is just going to be big. Capricorn energy is about structure, it's about building, it's about keeping things together. So I feel like for the Pisces, Saturn and Pisces generation, moving into your Saturn return next year, I feel like this Mercury in retrograde is going to give you a little bit of what that retrograde period is kind of going to be about, like how it's going to start. It's going to kind of prepare you to already start looking at where you need to be focusing on for this Mercury in retrograde that's coming up. So this is literally going to be no joke type of energy. Saturn's all about working the job. Like, how are you sustaining yourself? Where are you working hard? Mercury in retrograde is a time of bringing you back to what you were doing before. It's not a time of starting anything new. So, and especially since it's in the sign of Capricorn, which is all about Saturn, which is all about the past, this Mercury in retrograde is going to bring you to like past situations. It could be like past heavily emotional situations, like heavy past situations that you've probably tried to like store away, keep away, but that's not what's gonna happen. All right, like, it's super important for you to know that all will be well, but all will be serious at the same time. Like, all will be well, but all will be serious. And it would be really good for you to make a list of the things that you want to focus on for this Mercury in retrograde, right? And make it a list of a few items and just stay the course of that. I think this Mercury in retrograde is going to be a good period for us to focus in on some of the things that we probably didn't pay attention to, some of the things that we didn't want to pay attention to, but attention needs to be paid to it now. I feel like a lot of people have gone through such big changes in their life that they need this Mercury in retrograde to just settle in. Another thing about this Mercury in retrograde is beware of old people coming into your life. Be aware of like old situations coming into your life, because that's typically a theme with these types of energies. Like, we have a lot of like old things coming back to be revisited. Mercury retrograde is a time of revision. It's a time of remembrance. It's a time of just taking it slow. Of course, a lot of technology can run amok and go crazy. Social media I'm not too sure on how it's going to be. Well, you know what? Social media may like act up a bit, because social media has to do with institutions and structures in the everyday life and everyday communication and business. So we could possibly see some forms of like social media mishaps and whatever, but I feel like a lot of the things we're going to see is like a lot of institutions crumbling. There have been so many institutions crumbling. Let's talk about Balenciaga. Let's talk about the institution of Kanye West and his brand. Like, so many structures that have been in place for so long, it's literally gonna crumble in front of our faces over these next 3 years, over these next 3 weeks of Mercury retrograde. This is also the time where a lot of people start to like apply for big corporate jobs. It's the new year. And I know there's like 2 times throughout the year where people really start to apply to jobs a lot. One is now, like January, and the next one is June. January and June are like the big times where like corporations are like kind of like resetting themselves for the next quarter, resetting themselves for the next year, like doing budget things, and they pick like once or twice a year to really go through and do these things. So I feel like a lot of institutions are going to be changing. So we have like Elon Musk taking over Twitter and stuff like that. And that's been new over the past maybe 6 weeks or so. So let's see what happens with Twitter like over these next few years. I keep saying few years. I mean, like, listen, I feel like life is lifing, and over these next few years, there's going to be so many differences, and like so many changes. But I really mean to say over these next 3 weeks, let's really see what was really happening with everything. So I'm telling you, starting these next few days, be aware, know what's going on, okay? Like, know what's going on, be on your stuff, watch out for what's going on, look at what's going on in the job, in the workplace too. This is definitely a time to tread lightly when it comes to your job, when it comes to what's going on at work, and just when it comes to transportation to and from work. This is just going to be a time. I think this is also a beautiful time also for a lot of people to get themselves ready for their New Year's goal. So I wouldn't say to start your New Year's goal on January 1st. I really feel like you should start your New Year's goal maybe January 21st, or let's February 1st. Let's not start anything new for January with this Mercury in retrograde. I feel like February 1st would be like a good time to start new things. So I just really just wanted to let you guys know, to be aware of what's going on, because this is going to be super life-changing, and it's going to be a difference. Like there's going to be like a new structure to something in your life, and I feel like a new structure for possibly what's going on like with the collective and that type of stuff. So I really feel like it's important to just pay attention to what you're seeing, pay attention to where you're going, just pay attention. Like literally, like pay attention. That's like the biggest thing for me to say at this moment. So I'm gonna leave this here. You know, I really feel like this Mercury retrograde is also a great time for you to figure out your next business plan and see what's good. I don't recommend starting new jobs during this period. And if you are starting a new job, go in there smoothly. Don't make promises. Don't try to change up the act. Don't just be in there and feel it out. So changes to the money, changes to the body. Be extremely careful. Capricorn rules over the bones. You should be extremely careful when it comes to to your body at this time. Mercury rules over movement. So like rest. Capricorn, rest. Like I said, if you have any New Year's solutions, start it in February 1st. Like, we are not starting anything during this Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Capricorn is literally the grandfather sign. It's the sign of relaxation. And that's why a lot of Capricorns trump themselves up so much, because they don't relax. They just have like, mentally they don't relax. You know what I'm saying? Like they go at their own pace, but mentally they're so hard on themselves. So mentally they're not really relaxing, and that's why it affects the bones, the deep bones. Like that's past the nerves. So this Mercury retrograde is time to relax. There's no need to rush into New Year's resolutions. Listen, like at the end of the day, like who cares about a New Year's resolution? Just make it a resolution. You know what I'm saying? Just make it a resolution. I really just feel like you guys should relax and make a wish. Make a wish for yourself in this Mercury retrograde, that once you come out of it, you know that you're going to be so much better than who you were before. You know that you're going to catch all the signs of what's going on in life and just turn yourself into a new direction. So I'm going to leave this here. I'm hoping you guys have a great Mercury retrograde. If you're looking for a personal reading, hit me up on Instagram, Simone the Oracle, or you can email me at betweentheplanes.333@gmail.com. And yeah, if you like this photo, I can't, oh my God, I can't speak now. Now I just can't speak no more. If you like this video, hit on my Cash App, buy me a hot chocolate or a nice mint tea at Lacey, Leysi 777. Bye guys.